as far as riding the bike, I can say that these should be risen a little more, you know, as far as stock wise go. I'm not talking about aftermarket, I'm strictly talking about fresh out the dealership. These should be up more. My last bike had no issues. It was up a little more, and it felt like I don't know, it just felt different than what it feels now. But and the tank here feels narrow, which is pretty good. What's my phone, dude? Oh shit. Oh, okay. So the tank on this bike feels pretty good. It doesn't feel like a bulky piece of metal between my legs, and so it's pretty good. Knee position, I guess, is normal for me. I think this is the same position it was at on my last bike, so no complaint there. But I will think about getting this bike lowered, because sometimes it really sucks sitting up this high and on your tiptoes. So I hate to lean over like this here. I just rather have both feet on the ground. Sometimes when I have music playing, I like to dance on it a little bit, but I get over it. The mirrors are pretty good, so I don't know, I just like the way these mirrors look. Like I said, on my last bike, it was big bulky mirrors. They're like freaking bunny ears and whatnot, so I like this. This looks sleek and everything's right here. I have no problem seeing out these mirrors, so overall I'm happy with that. And so as soon as this light turns green, which probably be forever, so probably forever in a day, I'm getting pretty hot right now just sitting here. So once it get rolling, I will go over everything else. So here we go. So like I said, as far as acceleration goes, the bike has good acceleration. So I know I'm speeding, but in the lower gears, like between 3, 4, and 5, this bike really gets up in those middle gears. It really gets up. I mean, I have no problem whatsoever putting this thing on the highway and just ripping it out. I have no issue. If I need to get out of a situation or anything like that, I have no problem. I mean, honestly, as in any bike, you wouldn't have any problems. It's just with 1000, you're gonna have more of that power to get you out of a situation. But as far as comfort while I'm riding this bike goes, this bike really responds to what I want to do, you know. So when I'm going through turns, this bike is really responsive. It does what I want it to do, pretty much. I don't feel intimidated riding this bike. So when I wanted 1000, I was really intimidated by the other bikes and how they look and things of that nature. But when I actually got on this bike, I wasn't intimidated. It felt like my 750 when I had it. So it was like, to a certain extent, my 750 almost felt heavier than this bike for some reason. I don't know. That's probably not the case, but that's just how it felt to me. And so that's how I just felt at home when I got on this bike. When I sat on it, when I got it, it felt like I won't have a problem with this bike. Sometimes it does. Sometimes she does get out of hand. That's probably because of me. It is because of me. But for the most part, it's very responsive. I like how it responds to what I want to do. So if I want to go left, I mean, it just flows with me. I have no problem when I took this thing through the mountains. Usually on a new bike I'm not familiar with, I'm a little bit shaky, and so going through, I know the street, but going through with a different bike is kind of shaky. But I had no issue with this bike whatsoever. So that is a good thing for anybody looking for a sport bike that they want to get, but they might feel intimidated because of, they might think, oh my gosh, you know, there's too much power. With this particular bike, I don't work for Honda, so with this particular bike, it really responds to what I want to do. You know, it has no issue going with me through a turn, or it has no issue stopping. It just does it. I mean, before I got this bike, I watched reviews, and there wasn't. I tried to find reviews on it, and there wasn't really many reviews on the 2014 Honda. So I really thought that was a shitty year for Honda or something. But when I got it, like I said, I was happy with it, except for the minor gripes I already explained. But I think that's with any bike, you're going to have those gripes and those complaints that you don't like. Mine are very minimal. I mean, as far as the rear turn signals, I mean, if I really want to fix that back, I can just buy integrated turn signals for my rear view and it make it look better. If I really don't like how the seat height is, I can just adjust the seat height. But I'm really talking about fresh from stock. If you were a guy like, you know, average guy who don't have the type of money just to drop and do everything right then and there, and you want something just from stock form, that's why I'm coming from with this review. Fresh from stock. You know, you don't have the money to buy a new seat, you don't have the money to get an exhaust. So the exhaust is quiet, and that, I mean, that is a bad thing because people can't hear you coming. But I tell you what, if you buy the bike stock, I guarantee you get better gas mileage than what I'm getting right now. I guarantee you. Like, this bike is so good on gas, it's unbelievable. Like, once I straighten this bike out with my power command and all that stuff, it's going to be fine. But strictly from stock, off the floor, everything like that, this bike is phenomenal on gas. And I like that about the bike. I really do. That's one of the things I enjoy about this bike. Like, when I bought it, the gas mileage was excellent. I mean, excellent on the bike. Yeah, people couldn't hear me. I got picked on, like, hey man, I can't hear you. But damn it, the gas was great. And now I had this two brothers. My gas mileage dropped a little bit, but it was well worth it getting a aftermarket exhaust. So, but I gotta tell you, for real, this is a good bike, even for somebody who wants to start off and they just want to go ahead and get 1,000. I think, this is my personal opinion, I think the Gixxer 1000 and the cbr1000 are great bikes to start on if you have to get 1,000, if you have to get one. I'll talk about the Gixxer later on, but I'm talking about the Honda. Comfort is there. If you're looking for comfort, there's no intimidation factor there. I had a guy who thought my bike was uncomfortable until he sat on it, and he was like, man, this bike really feels good. I was like, yeah, it feels great. I'm able to ride as long as I want on this bike without any problems. except for the occasional hand going numb type deal, but I kind of worked that out. It's no problem for me. So besides that, it's pretty good. I mean, the stock grips are nice for this on this bike, so I like that a lot. And I mean, I don't know, that's all I can say, but I can't say anything bad about it right now. So yeah, another thing about this, I mean, I guess I don't know if this qualifies as a gripe or what, but usually after I'm done filling up gas, I hold this button down right here where my finger's at, and I have to hold it down until this resets to 0. If not, the bike will read like I don't have gas. I mean, eventually it'll reset because it knows it has gas. But usually, I mean, when I first got it, I didn't know about it. I'll put gas in here and it'll go to 3, then 3.3, and then it goes to reserves, and then the fuel light will come on like I don't have any gas. I was like, hold on, I got plenty of gas in here. So I just reset this and it goes to 0 and it's fine. So before I close this video, I want to say thank you to everybody who watched the Harley videos for the 2017 Harley Davidson Road Glide and Street Glide. I want to say thank you to everybody who watched that video, everybody who commented on the video, and who gave their support to the video. I really appreciate that. So thank you. So that concludes this review on my 2014 Honda cbr1000. I mean, I'll close it out saying this is an excellent bike. Besides, as I mentioned before, the small gripes, this is a good bike to have. So maybe I'll do another review on another bike. I really want to ride the Ducati and get my first impressions on that. But until then, you guys ride safe, be safe,